What up, bitches? Back at it again with another episode of the motherfucking CJ Bronson podcast. Today is Friday, July 1st, 2022. You know what that means? That means June is done. Another month in the books. That means no more Pride Month. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope the drag shows are done. I hope the drag parades are over because, I don't mind you guys doing that stuff, but it's the kids, man. The kids are out there. The videos I'm seeing, I can't even post or comment about it because, it'll get flagged for inappropriate. Just by me posting that will be flagged as inappropriate. But thinking it's okay to bring your kids to that I guess that's cool. I don't know what's going on with this world. Like I said, it's all upside down. Anyway. That's fine. Again, it's Friday. Happy Friday. Enjoy the weekend. It's going to be a hot one. It's already 92 over here in Jersey. They say it's going to be 90 all weekend. Possible rain here or there. We'll see what happens. But regardless, it's basically July 4th weekend also. So, with that being said, hope you guys have some plans. Hopefully you can afford to buy hot dogs and hamburgers. Not to be a dick, but just because the prices have increased so much, I can understand that. I wasn't trying to say you guys are cheap or anything. I'm just saying, times are tough. It's hard to find the same items for the same price you paid for it last year, this year. So it is what it is. A lot of places are sold out already of some things like bread, and I went to the Acme earlier, and you could barely find any of the stuff. But hopefully another truck or shipment comes in, and maybe that's just by me. Maybe by you guys, everything is locked and loaded and stocked and shelved, whatever the slogan is. But it is what it is. It's Friday, people. It's a good day. The month is over. No more PTSD Awareness Month. Obviously, stay aware. PTSD is a major component, a major problem in this country as far as our vets are concerned. And I feel like they're not getting enough support, and they really need to. So again, shout out to Gretchen over at Code of Vets on Twitter. You can hit her up. I believe it's codeofvets.com. That's Code of Vets. Again, on Twitter. Great organization. She donates a lot of money. I think almost daily, thousands of dollars she's donating to vets who come home, and unfortunately the system is not working for them, and they're not getting the adequate funds they need to survive. And they of all people deserve to have a roof over their head, at least, especially since they risked their life to fight for the freedoms that we now get to enjoy. Some of us take advantage of it. Some argue the freedoms are not here anymore. Whatever the case may be, we are freer than most countries. I'll say that. I'll definitely say that. As I record in my car, posting this worldwide for the world to hear, I could say that as a minority male, that it's, basically we have pretty much the most freedom I can think of any other country has. We have here. You know what I mean? A lot of people are in this country are upset with America, burning the flag, they're doing this. I think that's wrong, but you have the freedom to do that. Apparently, it's not a criminal offense. I thought it was. But again, whatever. I'm not a lawyer, not a cop, but a lot of people do whatever the fuck they want to do these days. So kudos to them, I guess. But yeah, it's hot. It's hot as fuck. And, on the news, it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better this month. Hopefully it does. Hopefully I'm wrong. But so far I've been right with my predictions of things just getting worse and worse. And I don't know what the plan is as far as gas prices are concerned. If there's a plan, I don't know if there's a plan for inflation. I haven't heard of one. I think they're just going to see what happens. That's the slogan for this administration. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Tough it out. Stick. Do your best. Maybe that's their slogan. I don't fucking know. But regardless, I got to keep moving. I got to keep making money. And as soon as I'm done with this, I'll continue to keep making money because, can't make money on your day off. I mean, I can't anyway. Others can, but that's another story. But this article I want to talk about today, it's depressing. It's super depressing, but I need to talk about it because motherfuckers are letting this shit happen, and it shouldn't happen. Like, what are we doing? It's 2022. Guys, I advocate for the kids all the fucking time. I mean, obviously keep an eye on them when they're at school, follow up with their school, with their teachers, see what the school is doing, follow up on their phone, spy on them if you have to. It's 2022, people. We got to keep an eye on these kids until they turn 18. We got to. I know you're going to say, oh, CJ, privacy. Fuck the privacy. Their private areas will be fucking touched inappropriately if we don't fucking keep an eye on them. And that's the fact. That's not just me just being sarcastic asshole. That's what it is. So when I'm telling you guys to keep an eye on your kids, I mean in the house and out of the house. And here's a guy who failed to do so, in my opinion, as a father. I can say that. That's just my opinion. If you don't like it, hey, whatever. The article title is "Father Died by Suicide After Toddler Died in a Hot Car." Now, a Virginia man died in an apparent suicide after his toddler was found dead in a hot car Tuesday. Now, you're in charge, again, as a parent, you're in charge of your kid's well-being. This is a toddler, 18-month-old at the time. Baby, what are you doing? What are you doing that you didn't realize you left the kid in the car? What are you doing? Like, that's insane to me. That's insanity to me. So let's see what happened. Police discovered an 18-month-old boy and his father dead at a home in Chesterfield County after they received calls about a possibly suicidal man. At some point in time during the day, the father, who was found deceased in the backyard, had left the child in the car for a period of time, causing them to die. Police have not released their names. Detectives think, this is what detectives assume, I guess they're probably going to have to do some kind of autopsy or whatever. Detectives think the toddler was in the car for at least 3 hours. Guys, it is 92 degrees right now. My windows are shut. I have the AC on super low on the floor. If I were to take this thing off in the 6 minutes that I've been recording this video, you would see me drenched in complete sweat. And I'm already somewhat sweaty, not to be gross, but just from my head, I'm already sweating. And the AC is on. This is Virginia, arguably a hotter state than New Jersey, further south, so it most likely was. And it was, again, in the car, no air conditioning. How do you leave your kid in the car for 3 hours, let alone 5 minutes, let alone 3 hours? What are you doing? People are so up in arms about pets, leaving your pets in the car. Why are you, come on? Your fucking kid was a baby, probably crying, screaming. You didn't wonder where your kid was? The temperatures in the region were in the upper 80s. So in the car, geez, man. The toddler was expected at daycare Tuesday, but was not dropped off. Things went sideways at some point, and obviously it appears that the father forgot that the child was in the car, calling the situation a horrible tragedy. Our hearts go out to the family and friends that are going to deal with this, but we would be remiss in not taking the opportunity for people to take this moment and realize how important it is to obviously check your vehicles. Guys, what are you doing? This is not the first incident of parent leaving their kid in the car. And I'm not saying you can't leave your kid in the car, right? Obviously, you put the air conditioner on. Obviously, you have the windows open. Obviously, you have another adult there. If you go leave the kid in the car, you run in and check the mail and come back out, whatever, the kid's 5 feet, even that's kind of risky because the car is on. Someone can just come in and take it. Those days are gone. You can't leave your car on anymore unless you have a second set of keys. What's to stop someone from coming in the car and taking the whole car with the kid? It's happened. It's definitely happened. People can steal your car, abduct the kid, traffic the kid, and make a fortune. And there you are. You're going to end up killing yourself. I understand this man. If I would never make this mistake to begin with, but if this were me, I would have killed myself immediately. I would have done it faster. That's crazy. I'm sorry. How can you live with yourself? I understand completely. Oh man. Listen to this. So the story, this is NBC. They go into detail. Here's the statistics. On average, again, this is NBC News. And I'll put the link in the description. On average, 37 children die in hot cars every year for what medical scientists call pediatric vehicle heat stroke. And that was in a 2018 report. I'm going to arguably say that has increased since 2018. 37 kids die from their own parents leaving them in the car. Do you know how long it must take to cook in the car? I'd kill myself immediately. The Virginia toddler's death is the most recent hot car death in the United States, where many states will face a risk of excessive heat through mid-July. I told you all it's going to be hot. A 5-year-old boy died June 21st in Houston when he was left in a parked vehicle for at least 2 hours while his family prepared for a sibling's birthday party. I remember hearing about this. I believe the mother was parked the car. They just came from grocery shopping, or grandmother or something, one of the family members, and she assumed everyone came out of the car, because they usually do on their own, unbuckle their seatbelt and come out. They ran in, I guess, to scramble to get ready for, I believe it's a sister's birthday party, and didn't realize the kid was still in the car until she did head count, and the kid was not there. And then they backtracked and said, oh shit, we locked him in the car, right in the driveway. I believe. On June 16th, a 3-month-old boy was left in his parents' car for hours in Upper St. Clair, Pennsylvania, right outside Pittsburgh. Last month, so I already gave you 2 other examples. Last month, that's 3. Last month, a Georgia father was charged with a second-degree murder in the death of his 8-month-old who was left in a hot car while he was being arrested at a police station. Police say the man did not even tell officials that his daughter was in the car. Yeah, dude, you should get that crime. You should get life. Life in prison. 100%. You didn't tell them that that your kid's in the car. Like, I understand you're being arrested, but hey, by the way, before there's an innocent child in my car. You may want to go get that. This infuriates me. How a father, how a mother, how any parent could forget their kid. I understand there's a lot going on, right? We got Twitter, Facebook, the president, Joe Biden. Apparently Trump is still on people's minds, even though he's not a president anymore, right? Ukraine, we got to donate to fucking Ukraine all the time. Ukraine needs money constantly. We're fucked over here, but Ukraine needs money. We got to give them money, right? We got to worry about LGBTQ and all this shit and fucking pronouns. Everyone has pronouns. We got to worry about that, right? What about the basics? The basics of taking care of your kid, the basics of making sure your kid is okay. Where's my kid? Who's he talking to online? Why is he laughing on his phone? Why is, he's a kid. Why is he, wondering about his gender and all this stuff? Maybe I should look into what they're teaching him at school. The basics, guys. The basic shit. Get the basics down, and then you go worry about fucking playing Facebook games, if that's still a thing, or jumping into Meta. Let's go jump into Meta and see if I can live a better life in Meta while your kid is fucking whatever, dying in a car. I'm not trying to make a joke. It's fucking crazy. I don't want to report this shit. I don't want to report this, but if I don't talk about it, I feel like it's going to get overlooked and another kid will die from a neglectful parent. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, these parents, maybe there is not enough criminal charges for these parents. Yeah, these parents are grieving that they lost a kid, but you should fucking face the consequences and have to do solid time or get some kind of penalty. I don't know. At least jail's time, at least a fucking fine of some sort. There has to be some kind of procedure where we could say, all right, this happens, this is the crime, so this way it's in your mind. I got to make sure I get my kid because I'm a dum-dum and I can't fucking remember what I did with my kid. So this is 3-month-old boy, 5-year-old boy, 8-month-old. This was an 18-month-old. These are young kids. It's not like these are babies. Like, you got to feed and change their diaper every so often, right? Besides, maybe not the 5-year-old, but the 8-month-old, the 3-month-old, and probably the 18-month-old, you probably have to change your diaper, I'm assuming. Not sure how these kids were, but I'm assuming they need to be fed, they need to be held, they need to be, caressed or whatever, rock-a-bide, right? Give them a bottle, bathe them, change their clothes. These are things that you need to do with a kid, with a baby. Why the fuck didn't you realize that, hey, I haven't done that in 3 hours. I haven't done that in an hour. Hey, that baby of mine, the newborn, 3-month-old, 8-month-old, is not making any noise. That's kind of strange. Or are you just in your own fucking world where you're not even thinking about it? Maybe I'm being too hard. Excuse me. Sorry, I hit the mic. Maybe I'm being too hard on these parents, but I really don't think so, because these are innocent kids. Innocent kids, and you guys have a responsibility. As a parent, you have a responsibility. You go out and you buy all the shit that you want to fucking buy for you, right? You got the wine, you got the cigarettes, you got the Coach bag, you got the fucking whatever, the Uggs, all the shit that you want. You got the fucking cool stroller that has 2 cup holders, all the shit, but you got everything out of the car, but where the fuck is the kid? You know, I don't know. Maybe do you need a parenting class to say, hey, it's my bad, I didn't take a parenting class? You need a parenting class to realize that the kid wasn't around? Oh, I thought you were supposed to get him. Oh, I thought you were supposed to get him. Oh, I wasn't supposed to get him. It's your turn to get him. I got to prepare the meal. I got to get ready for the kid's birthday. Oh, well, I was supposed to drop him off at daycare, but I didn't drop. Like, what are you doing? And this guy, you're going to tell me the kid was supposed to be at daycare, is what this article was expected at daycare on Tuesday, but was not dropped off. So what happened? He came home, didn't realize he didn't drop off the kid at daycare, that he didn't realize he didn't pull up to the daycare, take the kid out, say, hey lady, hey daycare person, here is my kid, thank you, have a good day, and then go home? He didn't realize that? Like, I do not feel bad that he killed himself. I don't. I'm sorry. Whatever. That's my opinion. I should be allowed to have that. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm going a little too far with this? Do you think this is not... I mean, I know it's been happening. Obviously, that report said it. Over 30 times. I forget the exact number. But it's been happening. 37 from heat stroke. But in my opinion, it shouldn't. In my opinion, it's ridiculous that it's happening. It's ridiculous that it's been happening and it's continuing to happen. Do we need to make an app? Is that what's needed? Maybe that's a $1 million idea. Hey guys, we should make an app to remind you to check your car for your kid. Does Apple need to do that? You need a new Apple Watch for Kid Alert? Hey, did you check your kid today? Remember that? Remember that on the TV? It used to be like, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Do you need that shit on your fucking Apple reminder? Check on your kid? Like, this is... Here's ABC News. So ABC News reports it. So it goes, it appears that the father accidentally left the 18-month-old in the car for at least 3 hours on Tuesday. Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Hensley of the Chesterfield Police Department said at a news conference, when the boy didn't arrive at daycare, the father apparently realized the toddler was in the car. When the boy didn't arrive at daycare, the father realized that the toddler wasn't in the car. In his car. So... how did you not... were you high? Are you fucking drunk? Like, how do you... Around noon, family members called police to report that the father was talking about dying by suicide in the woods behind his house. The father was the only person home at the time. Responding officers found the car in the driveway with an open door and an empty child seat. Officers went into the home where they found the dead 18-month-old, he said. As officers continued to check the perimeter, they found the father dead in the woods from a apparent gunshot wound. And again, this marks the 8th child to die from a hot car this year, according to the national nonprofit kidsandcars.org. There's a fucking website, kidsandcars.org, because you fucktards can't remember to take your kid out of the car. More than 1,000 kids have died from hot cars since 1990. 1,000 souls. 1,000 innocent children died. Because fucking dumbass parents can't remember where they put their kid, where they left their kid. And I'm saying this, I'm literally sweating. AC's on. It's on low, but it's on the feet. 92 in the car. I am sweating. Imagine that. No AC in the car. 3 hours. And with the gas prices being the way they are, you would think I gotta check the fucking car all the time to make sure it's not running, to make sure I'm not wasting gas. But they turn the car off and walk inside. I wonder if he brought the baby bag and not the baby. I know how it is to have a kid. I know you get tired and you're exhausted all the time. I get that. It's not the kid's fault. The kid's a kid. You gotta man up, suck it up. Drink more coffee, I guess. I don't know. Take a 5-hour, pour that 5-hour in a cappuccino and chug that shit. Snort it. I don't care. It's a kid's life. You got to do what's best for the kid, not what's best for you. That's, and I stand behind my statement, whatever. Call me crazy. Call me whatever you want to call me. These parents, I know they just lost a baby, but they lost it by their own doing. They should suffer. They should have to some kind of jail time. They need to have some kind of, they should not be allowed to roam free in society when they cause another individual person to die like this. Manslaughter, whatever you want to call it, second-degree murder, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It is what it is. The person is no longer here, the child. And that's a travesty. Horrible. So yeah, that's my Friday episode. Welcome to July. welcome to July. So be aware of that. If you guys go out this weekend, if you're at the beach or you're going shopping or you're meeting some family for whatever July 4th holiday celebration you guys have planned, make sure everyone's out of the car, especially if it's a baby who can't unbuckle himself, a kid who can't get out of his own seatbelt. Just make sure. Don't leave your car running and think it's okay. Because you leave the car running, somebody, these days, 2022, somebody will come in the car and take your car and take your kid with him. It will happen. I hope it doesn't, but unfortunately, it's been happening. So be safe out there, be merry, have a good, safe Friday. Wear condoms, wear protection. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up at CJ Bronson Show on Twitter. Check out my website, cjbronsonshow.com. You can get all my episodes on the podcast. Also, YouTube links are also on there as well for the videos. So again, let me know. Hit me up. What do you guys think? Am I going too hard on these parents? Do you think they should be punished for this? Should they serve jail time? Right? Should their other kids be removed from the household just in case? Because, maybe CPS, Child Protective Services, should take the kids away from these parents because who's to say they don't do it again? Or do you think these parents have been through enough and they're victims? I don't know. I'm on the fence on it, but leaning on to the side of they should be punished. That's where I'm at. All right. Love you guys as always. Take care. Bye-bye.